I just want to like dance with them, you know? I want more. I want Mamamoo plus plus because 3 songs was not enough. Hello, my lovely, beautiful Moo friends. It's LC. Welcome to my channel. If you are new and if you are returning, welcome back. We are back today with another Mamamoo comeback, but more specifically, a Mamamoo subunit comeback, a Mamamoo Plus, with the single album Act 1, Scene 1. And we have 3 songs that we're going to be reacting to today, 2 music videos, 1 lyric video. So I'm excited to see what kind of vibe that we get from Mamamoo Plus, and if it's somewhat of a departure from Mamamoo's usual vibe. So let's get to it, but before we do, please don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoy it, and subscribe to my channel.
1 minute later.
It's funny, normally I like to coordinate my outfits to match with the album somewhat, but I couldn't really do that today because the album is like a pinky fuchsia and I don't own anything even remotely close to that color because it is a horrible color for me. I saw this outfit that Moonbyul was wearing and I was like, oh hey, I kind of own that outfit. And for my beverage of the day today, I have a glass of Moscato Rosé. I cannot remember what the brand is, but it's a sparkling rosé. So let's take a sip. Ooh, oh my gosh, that is so sweet. Oh, you know, when you have a drink that's really sweet and you can feel it like right in your jaw, that was just like an instant zap right to my jaw. Okay, let us start with music video number 1 and track number 1 on Act 1, Scene 1, which is GGBB. What does that stand for? I'm trying to think of GGBB. Good girl, bad boy? I don't know. I don't think so, but I guess we're just gonna have to watch and find out. So here we go with GGBB. Oh my gosh, I love their outfits. How ambiguous. Throwback. Oh no, breakdown every day. Bad boy. Was I right? Ooh. You cute snake. Oh my gosh, was I actually right? For a second I thought she was grabbing her hair. I love that upbeat vibe. So they're getting roped in by this bad boy. What did she have against Coke Zero? Oh my gosh, I absolutely adore that. Do re mi fa sol la Moonbyul. Is that what she said? No, Solar Moonbyul. Oh my gosh, that's even better. I feel like I need to add that to my rotation when I do vocal exercises. I'm not like a singer, but I was taking vocal lessons for a while just because I wanted to become a better singer just for fun. And I like to sing with my dad a lot. So I feel like going forward, I need to start doing the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, mi, byul. And I have thoughts, but I'm going to share them at the end. I love it. Of course, send you to heaven. It's true. Oh, I love the color palette of this. And I like it having this cute and fun vibe without being like childish. Oh. 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 What a shift. Just as I was talking about it being cutesy. Oh. Okay, I was like, no, it can't be over. I just want to like dance with them, you know? And I like them being dance partners. Yay! No, don't leave me. This feels so like throwback for some reason. Like very old school. I can't believe I was right that it actually was Girl Girl Bad Boy, but I have to say it's pretty iconic that they started off this song with I Don't Know What You Want, How Ambiguous, like that debut throwback. And then I Fell For You and I Almost Break Down Every Day. Aren't You Feeling Sorry? This is giving me like Rude Boy PTSD, where it's like, no, Solar, not again. And Moonbyul saying, I also know you're a bad boy. Before she was in Rude Boy, she was like on the other side of things, but now she's like in it with Solar. When it feels awkward, you make me laugh. You cute snake, you shake me up again. I can't say I've ever heard a snake being described as cute before, but you know, first for everything, I suppose. And this, why does such a good girl like that bad boy? That's a very good question. Not that I dated a ton of people, but I used to pretty much exclusively date bad boys. And then the first good boy that I dated, I married. 10 out of 10 Moonbyul and Solar can recommend. And it's kind of interesting of like how this whole thing is very meta, because they go from one set to another, where it's like all these women are doing Solar's makeup, and then Moonbyul's got like the photo shoot going. It's almost like the preparations of a comeback, and then, you know, the talk show performance, and then, you know, the resolution of the screen changes with those black bars coming in. I don't know the technical words for it, but it's like when they start the performance, that's when the like resolution changes, and that's when they're almost like on stage, and then after the chorus it goes back to like the off stage when it changes back like here. It's almost like the facade versus when it drops, especially when you get to this part of like, I want something sweet but I hate it when it's boring. That Coke Zero tastes like something's missing. And then you're different, you're perfect kind of implies that you're perfect because you're different. Part of me is like, yes, you know what you want. Like, I support knowing what you want. But then the other part of me is just like, don't you deserve a nice partner? Who, you know, treats you like a queen? But I have to say this line, good boys go to heaven, but bad boys send you to heaven. Like, that's kind of amazing, not gonna lie. But it's also interesting to me that for this song, you know, I'm curious to see if this continues on the rest of the album, that, you know, with our vocal queen Solar, that there were no like super powerful Christina Aguilera-esque notes. But the song like didn't need that, you know. I feel like it would have been kind of out of place. And it almost felt like a song you would hear kind of in the 60s, you know, especially like at the end. That's maybe what I was feeling, was like Hairspray vibes a little bit. I don't know. I was just like very here for the vibe of this whole song and the kind of like nostalgia factor of it all. So let's now move on to our next song on this single album, which is Chico Malo. So what does Chico Malo mean? I don't know. It is a Mexican restaurant in Phoenix, Arizona. Chico Malo, bad boy. Oh, so do we have a continuation of GGBB here? Some development in the story? So a couple of things that I noticed. One of them is that it says a Neri version. I do not know what this means, but maybe we'll find out. I'll look it up afterwards if it's not clear. And then we also have a feature here on this that I wasn't aware of. So, oh gosh, let me test my Hangul here. Kim, oh gosh, what is this? Is that a J sound? Jansu? Kim Jin-soo? Jun-soo. Ah, I was so close. I'm working on it. But yeah, interesting that we have a feature here. So I'm curious to see what this person adds to their dynamic. So let's watch Chico Malo.
금음달 기웃대던 하늘 위에 별빛만 가득한디 행여나 떠나간 고운내님 오매불망한단 말이오. 나쁘디 나쁜 놈이라 심리도 못 가 발병이 나련만은 외롭게 선이 낸 없음 한 잔의 눈물 짓고
That expression.
달빛 따라 노래하니.
Ooh, I have chills. This is such a departure. Oh, she looks so badass. Oh. This is so different from the first song. I like trap beat. Ooh, it's beautiful. No, you're hurting. See, this is why I don't mess with bad boys anymore. I like how seamlessly they can shift to this like total departure. God, I hate you. Last song it was I love you. Ooh. I'll erase you. I've noticed multiple times in Korean music videos, see this bell? This is a Canadian payphone. It was also in an 80s video, and I really want to know the origin story of this. And how I know is because Bell is a Canadian phone carrier that does like internet, cable, cell phones. Anyway, I just really want to know the story and how they got their hands on Canadian payphones, but I apologize how completely irrelevant that was. I just found it strange. So are they at odds with each other? Ooh. I love the traditional element to this. Are the three biggest thieves like a Korean folktale of some kind? Ooh. Ooh, I like that. The tease. Are they flipping? Hold on a second. Were they just totally flipping that guy off? Oh my goodness. I feel like they deserve it though. Anyone who would cross Moonbyul and Solar. I like ending with the bow here too. I still want to know the story about that phone booth, that phone booth. And I really enjoyed the mixing of the more traditional pieces with modern, like that modern trap beat. And I don't know what they were going for, but part of this kind of felt like they were both jilted by the same person, especially with that part where they're kind of like together on opposite sides of this frame. So it's nice to see that by the end they're seemingly teaming up with one another, especially with that like double flipping of the bird, or I guess this would be quadruple bird flipping. All the birds being flipped. But at the beginning, it was so nice to see Solar like emote so much through her, just like her face. You didn't have to hear the narration to know that she was experiencing like heartbreak of some kind, but saying, I used to stop you from leaving. I should understand as you are a mad person. I'm curious here if mad means like angry or like crazy, but as much as you can obviously sense like the anger, especially in the chorus, you can also feel the sadness in the lyrics. Like those flowers that bloom and fall don't seem to understand how I feel, how much I'm hurting now. So that sadness is kind of lying underneath that anger on the surface. So like, how dare you? How dare you do this to Moonbyul and Solar? But like the anger, I feel like I should not discount that, because with this, you won't even be able to leave 10 miles away from me. Like, and then I'll erase you. Like, I believe it. I believe they have that power. And then when they pair up at the end and the energy kind of like builds, it feels like they've gained their footing and they're ready for like revenge, you know? Where it's almost like they're through that depression stage and into that acceptance stage of the grief cycle, where they're like, I'll cut you. Because you know what they say, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. So with two women, watch out. And then taking revenge on this guy. I would like to see it. Man, I'm having fun with this, aren't you? But all right, let us move on to our final song of this single album here, which is LLL. They like their acronyms. So LLL, what could this stand for? One of them has to be love. If it's going to kind of continue with the themes that we've covered here, I feel like one has to be love, maybe loss. If it stands for live, laugh, love, I quit. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but let's listen and find out. Ooh. Kind of a chill song. Okay, loved, loving, will love. Ooh. I like that soft side of her voice. No big powerful notes from her on this one, but that's okay. I like it. Ticklish stories. This feels so warm. Shane. This is so gorgeous, but like in a much different way than usual with almost said Moonbyul, with Mamamoo. So tender. Yeah, this very much feels like the acceptance phase. You know, I've been through this, and I will get through it. Moonbyul singing gets me every time.
내가 가진 건 크지 않지만 난 널 위해서라면 네가 원한다면 봐 내 용기는 점점 커져 바다를 닮게 해놓은 내 불을 밝혀줄래 항상 매일 모든 순간 고맙고 미안해 사랑해 그 어떤 표현도 모자라 너에겐 Beautiful day 함께한
Listening to this, you wouldn't know who's the rapper and who's the vocalist. Like, obviously, when you hear her rap, you know she's the rapper, but I mean, like, if the rap part weren't in it, you wouldn't know. Because her voice is just so fantastic. The song is so cozy. It's hopeful, too. It's a nice, like, ending note, you know? love Solar going, I love it. No, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. No, I'm actually sad this is over. I want more. That went by way too quickly for me, and I feel like I'm just gonna have to listen to this on repeat. And it feels like a really satisfying ending after those first two songs where it almost like they're so excited about this bad boy that I almost feel nervous for them. And then sure enough, in Chico Malo, they have been, you know, jilted by their previous lover, but then they come together to kind of seek revenge, and now we're here at this point where they feel like they're ready to move on. Like, I will hope for a much better tomorrow. I'm hoping today's better than yesterday. Even though Solar kind of reflects on not being ready to move on, saying things like, I used to say that I will never let this go. I remembered all the precious memories that we achieved together, so kind of like being stuck in the past a little bit and remembering the good times from the relationship and not the bad ones. And then Moonbyul was kind of like reflecting on the relationship in terms of what she got out of it. Like, inside those times, you and I grew a lot, didn't we? It's almost kind of like, even though, you know, I feel pain from this loss and I'm reflecting on the good times and feel reminiscent of it, I still feel like I took something positive away from this. And in a way, like, it feels like they're singing a love song to one another of they're like in this together, you know? This feels like a very special partnership between the two of them. And I'm glad that through this like emotional turmoil that they had each other. But yeah, I have to say, like, I want more. I want Mamamoo plus plus, because 3 songs was not enough. But of course, 3 songs is better than 0 songs. So I really enjoyed this single album. So I hope there's an Act 1 Scene 2 sometime in the near future. So I feel like I have a broken record saying things like this, but it feels really hard to compare these songs to one another because they feel, one, like both completely different songs, but then also like one cohesive narrative thread. So comparing and contrasting them seems weird. And I feel like that's a very special thing when you have 3 seemingly very different songs on the surface, but that connect together so cohesively to tell a story. And that makes you so desperate for Scene 2, you know? So I couldn't say exactly what's my favorite. I will definitely be listening to all 3 of these regularly. But I would be curious to hear from you if you have a favorite between the 3 and what your thoughts are generally about the single album. So definitely let me know down in the comments. Friends, thank you so much for joining me for this reaction today, and I want to say thank you to my patrons for making this video happen. My patrons have access to exclusive weekly reactions. I have several Mamamoo reactions on my Patreon. Patrons also get access to my YouTube schedule for the month, as well as behind the scenes content. And then my $5 patrons get early access to my YouTube videos, the ability to vote on the content of a YouTube video once per month, and a shout out at the end of every single one of my YouTube videos. So an extra special thank you to my $5 patrons, who are Abby, Azai Life, Catherine W, Catherine H, CM, Chris Mary R, Desiree, MJN, Aaron M, Grace T, Hope to Dust, Jazzberry, Jennifer O, JLA, Kirsten, Chris M, Leah B, No Name, Sandy W, Sophia S, Tiffers, and Vicos. If you would like to help support my channel and enjoy some exclusive benefits, then you can visit me at patreon.com/laurenclaire. But until my next video, I hope that you are doing well, staying safe, taking care of yourself, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day.